What is up, you guys? Matt here, Mr. Matt Darnell, and here in this video I'm going to be showing you guys my Adobe Premiere Pro Creative Cloud 2015. These are my render settings that I use for YouTube videos. These will work in Creative Cloud 2014 along with Creative Cloud and CS6. However, I cannot guarantee they will work with CS6 or Creative Cloud 2013. However, I have tested these and used them with Creative Cloud 2014 and 2015. Also, please note, if you have yet to upgrade to Creative Cloud 2015 and you're on Creative Cloud 2014, don't upgrade. Okay, Creative Cloud 2015 does introduce a lot of new effects in the Lumetri effects and all those. However, unless you actually use those, Creative Cloud 2015 is not worth it. It is filled with bugs, and Adobe has still yet to fix some of the major bugs it has caused. Blue screens on blue screens on blue screens, even on the highest end hardware. Alrighty guys, so I'm on my new computer here. That's why I have Creative Cloud 2015. So we'll go ahead and launch up Premiere Pro here. We'll wait for it to load, and I will show you guys my render settings. And this will also show you guys my project settings, how I set up my timeline, and all that good stuff. So when you edit in Premiere Pro, you can use my render settings as well. I will be showing you guys 720p, 1080p. I will also be showing you guys 2K resolutions, 4K resolutions, and 5K resolutions as well. So in this case, I'll just start a new project here. Doesn't really matter what we name it. I'll name it YouTube. And I'll click OK here. We'll wait for this to load up here. And once this is loaded up, we'll go ahead and we'll click File, New Sequence. Now right here is where we want to put in our render settings. In this case, I'll just go to, we can just choose a custom one here. We'll go HDV, and I'll go ahead and show you guys HD 720p 30 frames a second. We'll choose this one. Right here, we'll go to settings here. Editing mode, we'll choose custom here. 29.97 frames per second. You can leave that 30 frames per second if you'd want. Frame size, just leave it as it is for 720p. You want to choose square pixels. Make sure your vertical or your aspect ratio is 16:9. Under fields, do a progressive scan and just keep that the same. Audio sample, do 4800 Hertz. And just keep those like so, and we'll click OK. That is my sequence settings right there for a 720p. So if we go here, sequence settings, as you can see, like so. You can copy those down. When I go to export it out to media, I just choose match source. Alrighty guys, now for let's say we want to do a new sequence. I'll go ahead and delete this one. We'll create a new sequence here. We'll do 1080p, and I'll go ahead and we'll just choose HDV 1080p 30 right there. Go to settings, custom. Now right here under frame size, you want to do 1920 by 1080. You'll notice that your ratio goes from 64 to 27. Just switch that there to square pixels. Fields, just do a progressive scan, 29.97 frames per second. You can do 30 if you'd like. If you want to do 60 frames per second, go ahead and choose 60 frames per second there. However, I prefer to keep mine at 30, just because of what I record at. 4800 Hertz again on the audio. And we'll leave those like so. And we'll save this as a preset. I already have a preset made. We'll click OK. This is 1080p. When we go to render it out under media, you just want to match the source, pretty much match your sequence settings. So go ahead and we'll delete this once again. And I'll go ahead and show you guys a 2K resolution. We'll go to sequence once again. For 2K, what I like to do is we'll do the red here. We'll go to 2K. And we'll choose 30 frames a second here. Go to settings, do custom. Frames per second, you can do 30 frames per second, 29.97, pretty much the same thing as 30. Or you can do 60 frames per second. I'll just leave it like so. Under frame size here, you just want to do 2048 by what you want to do here is you want to just leave it at 1152. Leave those like so. Your video previews, you can increase this to 2K if you want. However, you won't be viewing 2K unless you have a 2K monitor. So you can just leave your video previews like so and 1080p, or you can switch those to 2K as well. Click OK there. We'll delete this, and I'll go ahead and show you guys 4K as well. We'll go to sequence here. We'll choose 4K under the red. Once again, we'll do 4K 30 frames a second. Settings here, we'll do custom. For 4K resolution here, we'll do, if you want to do 4K UHD, then you want to do 3840 by 2160. And if you want to do true 4K, you can leave it as it is. So we'll do 3840 by 2160. And that will be 4K UHD right there. Leave it as it was if you do want true 4K. However, most of you guys will want 4K UHD like so. The rest we can just leave the same, and we'll click OK, and we can go ahead and delete that. And lastly, I will show you guys the 5K resolution, as I know some of you guys do record in 5K. We'll go to sequence here. We'll minimize that. We'll go to 5K here. We'll do 5K 30 frames a second. We'll go to settings here, do custom, and we'll do 5120 by 2880. Under square pixels, you'll see that our ratio changes to 16:9 when we do 2880. Leave those like so. Once again, you can change your video previews if you do want to preview it in 5K. However, like said, do not do that unless you have a crap ton of RAM and you actually do have a 5K screen where it will benefit you to preview. Click OK, and we have our 5K sequence settings. Now, when you go to export and you go to export media, in this case, I'll open a project, open recent. Media pending right there. We go to export here. You want to select your sequence, go to export, click media. Now right here, under the format, you want to do H.264. I just leave that like so. Output name, do that as whatever you want. Export video, export audio, leave those the same. And right here, you just want to click match source. That will match your sequence settings as long as your sequence is selected down here. So that will go ahead and it will automatically add in the 4K, 5K, 2K, or 1080p or 720p, depending on what you're editing at. It will plug those in there if you match the source. Same with your audio. The rest of these you can leave alone. Multiplexer, you want to have it MP4. Stream compatibility, leave it at standard. Do maximum render quality, go ahead and select that. You can use previews if you want to, and you can go ahead and publish to YouTube if you choose to do so there. Once we're done here, just click export, and it'll go ahead and export your video at either 720p, 1080p, 2K, 4K, or 5K, depending on what sequence settings you used. Those are the sequence settings I use in Adobe Premiere Pro. Those are, in my opinion, the best sequence settings. Hope this video helped you out, guys. That's pretty much what the settings I use to edit in Premiere Pro. I will be having an Adobe Audition video up soon, along with a Adobe Photoshop video up soon. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hope it helped you out. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later.